Hey y'all, it's your girl Kimberly D, and I am back with what I'm gonna call a reboot to the channel. We've changed the name, it is now called Life After 50 with Kimberly D. And so that kind of came to be because we are doing Life After 50. I hit 50 a couple of years ago, and so life has been lifing. And I've been gone from the channel for several months. I cannot even tell you how many months. It's been close to nearly a year. If I don't believe it's been a year, it's been nearly a year that I've been gone from the channel, and I've missed you guys. Hopefully, you've missed me. And there's been a lot of things that have taken place since then. A lot of life changes, challenges, and life. That's why the channel was called what it's called. But I'm back, and I'm hoping that, of course, everybody takes time off. That's what vacations are for. That's what weekends are for. But when you have a YouTube channel, it doesn't appear that you actually get to take time off because it's your life. You're vlogging everything that happens all the time. So you don't really get time off. So I won't say that it won't happen again. Let's hope that it doesn't. Let's hope that this time I take you guys along the journey with me, no matter what it is, because it is called Life After 50 with Kimberly D. So you know, we're gonna get in this thing. I want this channel to be known for being real, raw, and very relevant so that everybody can relate. Anybody can relate to something that's taken place in my life. And, I don't want to bring to you a facade because that's not how I live my life. That's not really what I'm known for. I'm known for speaking on it and, saying what I mean and meaning what I say. And I can tell you that in previous times, I wasn't always that person. I wasn't always bringing you my authentic self. I was more, I had got caught up. I got caught up in presenting to you what the world wanted to see. And when I couldn't do that, I didn't feel comfortable filming. I didn't feel comfortable, you know, presenting. I did not feel comfortable with that. If I could not bring to you something that I felt was presentable to the world, then I didn't do it. And that's not who I am. What you see is what you get. Of course, I take other people's feelings and other people into consideration, but I'm not going to fake or shake to please anybody because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be pleasing myself. And I have to be who God called me to be, who God created me to be. And if that's not enough for some people, then I'm just not for some people. And that's okay too. So, I'm here. Will I always be well put together? No. Will I always speak, you know, appropriately? I'm hoping I'll speak appropriately, but will my mannerism be on point? Maybe not. I feel like I'm a country girl at heart, although I am born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. My family, they're from the South, and that it is what it is. It is what it is. A lot of things, like I said, have taken place over this last several months. There's been a lot of transition, a lot of loss in the family, and we've taken a few hits, but who hasn't? Again, it's called life. Um, you know, Things happen. Life happens. Life be life, and I'm here for it. I'm hoping that you guys are here for it. I don't know. I had a lot to say to y'all on this re-intro, but it's it's not flowing. You notice that I've had my braces removed. That took place. Um, my dogs, my fur babies, y'all know that we're down to two now. Micah and Blues. Micah has had surgery, and he's now having some type of reaction. I don't know if it's an allergic reaction or from being taken to the groomers. I don't know if he got into something in the yard. I don't know if it's a reaction from the supplement that we were giving him called Buddy Guard, and it's supposed to remove or reduce lumps and bumps. Because y'all don't know because I wasn't vlogging it, but Micah had surgery because he had a growth on his abdomen and it ruptured and it started bleeding. We had to take him to the vet to have it surgically removed. So we went through that and it was okay for a few months, and now that area has started to produce some lumps again, and his entire body has broken out in what looked like little cysts. So he has an appointment on Monday with the vet, with a new vet, to kind of see what it is and what we need to do in order to resolve it. But I've been treating him naturopathically with castor oil, and I've ordered some other ointments from Amazon that I found on YouTube, because y'all know YouTube be knowing. YouTube University, you can't get no better than that. But I'm waiting for that to come from in the mail from Amazon, and as soon as it comes, I'll show you guys that as well. It's supposed to be, the castor oil is a carrier, and it's supposed to carry this other oil into the cyst and help shrink it and dry it up. So I'm really hoping that that works. And then I have to get some witch hazel just in case we have a rupture, and that's supposed to help with infection, things like that. So that's what I'm getting from YouTube. I'm hoping it works. Y'all don't let me down. And Blues is just his same old man self doing his thing. What else? We became grandparents. So we're first-time grandparents. We are elated with Miss Anaya, as her mother likes to call her, Anaya Papaya. So yes, you'll see some of that. We took our first trip back to my husband's hometown of Washington, D.C. So that was amazing to finally get to meet the family. And so, yeah, there's a lot of transition. Our middle son, he retired from the military. You know, it wasn't how he wanted to retire, but nevertheless, his documentation says retired honorably. So we are elated for him, and we're super excited for him. He's a full-time student now, doing his thing. You know, our youngest is doing his thing, our oldest is doing his thing, and those are the boys, of course. And our only girl, who blessed us with Miss Anaya, she is engaged to a wonderful, wonderful person. So they're doing their thing. So, you know, we're in this next stage of life, and although there's challenges, we're enjoying it. At least I can speak. I'm going to speak for both of us and say that we're enjoying it. I've been in my new position just a couple of months, over a year, and still can't say that I'm settling in, but you know what? It is what it is. You know, there's a lot of transition that has taken place from day one. And so I'm settling into the role, or I say I settled into the role, and then there was a lot of transition and things changed. And so now I'm settling into a new set of responsibilities within the role. So that's why I say, you know, I'm a year in, but things are still in transition. But that's the world of technology, which, of course, if you don't know, that's the field that I'm in. So it's always changing. So nothing truly ever stays the same. So you have to just roll with it. You roll with it or you get rolled over. And that's where we are in that aspect. And so I'm just embracing. I'm learning how to embrace change with my weight. Um, that's a whole story in itself. I've had maybe 6 different medical visits. I've gone from not doing anything for 2 years to trying to do everything within a few months time frame, just to kind of get back on track with my health and find out what's going on with me. Your girl almost passed out in the Walmart, and if you don't know, Wally World is not the place you want to pass out. And so I believe I just got overheated because, of course, I was out in the yard that morning and decided, oh, it's a good time to just, pivot and go to Walmart. And things just became disheveled in my head, and I knew I was going down. So thankfully, I was on the phone with my sister, and I kind of let her know, yeah, it's going down. I'm going down, and it's happening now. And it was very alarming. Of course, it was alarming for her, not knowing what was happening, but she did what she did. She got my husband there and my son, and she showed up. It was a big to do. And let me tell y'all, the paramedics came. Wally World never responded. Not one employee, not one customer. That's not the place that you want to man down at all, because let me tell you, they will not assist you in any way. Even their security, once I know they heard the call come through and the paramedics showed up, still nothing. No one came, inquired, anything. But that led me to the emergency room, in which I did not want to go, but my family insisted and I gave in. But the CAT scan came out, nothing was there. Blood work, nothing was there. The only thing that they did determine was that I probably had vertigo, and I've been diagnosed with that at least 10, 12 years prior, so I was okay with that medication and went home with a big bill that the insurance covered the majority of. So thank God for at least having some insurance. And after that, I've had my mammogram. That was fine. Thank the Lord. I had a bone density test that came back fine. I've had 2 endometrial biopsies because, of course, the first one was inconclusive because the technician and the doctor didn't really know what she was doing. So thankfully, she's no longer practicing there. And so the second one, they didn't see anything there. It was all, I believe the word is benign. Yeah, benign. I believe that's what it was. And it's so crazy that the first one felt like she was killing me. It felt like the worst pain in my natural life. Like I told my doctor, it was worse than childbirth. And then the second one, I was reluctant to have because of the pain of the first one. He talked me into it, and he assured me that he would, walk me through everything that was happening. So I agreed to do it. Let me just tell you, it was night and day. Like I told him, if the pain I felt initially with her was at 100, his was at a 1. That's how night and day these 2 experiences were for me. So, but it had me terrified to have that ever done again. But thankfully, hopefully I won't have to. It was determined. I had my annual done, my annual physical. I have fibroids, which realistically, which woman doesn't? And I've had them for some time. And I was just trying to figure out where the pain was coming from, because I've been having a lot of female issues. So I was trying to, narrow down to where the pain is, where it's deriving from. Where's this pain coming from? And we still haven't figured that out. His only recommendation was to do some form of birth control to stop postmenopausal bleeding, which is what he feels is happening. And so I'm only 52, but I am on the post side because I started at 49. So yes, I'm on the post side of things. And so I'm not too sure that that's the road that I want to take, because birth control really doesn't work for me. If you think I'm big now, sometime on birth control, I may not be able to fit through the door, because I've gone that route before, and it always causes me to gain weight really fast. So I'm not real excited about that. So we're still kind of exploring some options with that. What else did I have done? There was something else. Oh, I had a sleep study, because my doctor thought that I was having some sleep issues, which I am having some sleep issues. And like I told her, I don't believe that it's a sleep disorder. I believe that it has something to do with menopause. Hot, waking up in the middle of the night, going to the bathroom, different things like that. And so we had the sleep study. $1,000 later, it wasn't quite $1,000, but it felt like it to my pockets, because the insurance doesn't cover the different co-pays for it, and they're very expensive. And so they said, I believe there's like a scale, and I don't remember the exact categories, but if it was mild, moderate, or high, I was on the mild side of it. And I had the option to either take one of their sleeping apparatuses, one of their machines, or which they had the standard face mask machine, and then the other option was some type of mouthpiece. And I said, well, that's not going to work. The mouthpiece won't work because I already sleep with a guard for my braces, my retainer, so that won't work. And I didn't want the other one. And so she said, well, you can kind of just go back to your doctor and see how you want to monitor it that way. So that was the road that I'm going to take, because I honestly, I don't want to see another sleep study facility. And primarily because of the location. It's at least 45 minutes away, and the price. I don't want to keep paying astronomical copays, for that. Because most places, when you're going back for a recheck, you don't pay a copay, but you do there. So I paid a copay for the initial visit. I paid a copay for the recheck. I paid a fee for the machine that they utilize to do the sleep study, in which it's just you download the app to your phone, and then there's something that you put on your thumb, and then you sleep with that. So all that cost. I had to do a Cologuard, because doing the colonoscopy was not an option for me, because they weren't sure that they were going to be able to successfully do it in office. And we had to do some extra tests to possibly do it in the hospital because of my size. And so I did the Cologuard. It came back. Everything was fine. So your girl has been on a medical roller coaster. And thankfully, to God be the glory, everything has come back fine. Every road has led to my weight. And so knowing that my weight is causing so many other issues in my life, it is imperative that I get it down and, get back to being a healthy size, just healthy, and it leads to what I put in my mouth. So what you eat becomes what you are. And I've gained almost to the number 100 pounds since getting married. 100 pounds. When we got married, I was 170 and I am 270 now. And on my 5'5" frame, it's not a good look. It doesn't feel good. I didn't have high blood pressure and now I do. Thankfully, I don't have diabetes, but my A1C was on the border. It was really close. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was on the border of tipping over to that side of the fence, and that's not something that I want to do. It runs in my family, and I don't think that should be a reason that I should have to succumb to it because it runs in my family. I think it has a lot to do with what I put in my body and how I move my body, in which I don't. So that needs to change. We're paying for 2 different gyms. We have Planet Fitness, which is 5 minutes up the street, 15 if you're walking. And then I have a gym at work that I pay for, so that I don't have an excuse. When I'm in the office, the 3 days that I'm required to be there, I have the availability of a full service gym when I'm at home. So I have no excuse for not doing better. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. And so, I finally have an accountability partner, Platinum Jade, which is one of my longtime girlfriends, and she's doing the dang thing. So she's going to be my accountability partner to kind of help me get on track. And what I'm hoping to come out of this, of course, is healthy, being healthy. But my goal is to build a regimen of putting healthy things in my mouth, putting live foods, foods that have been picked, plucked, grown somewhere other than a laboratory, eliminating a lot of the processed food. So I just have to put a plan together, something that is realistic, something that I can stick with and make it a lifestyle, not a diet, not something that I'm on today, off tomorrow. If, the world starts turning upside down, I can't stick to, because over this trip that we just come back from DC, I told my husband we ate horribly. Like, I don't remember one live item being consumed. Not a fruit, not a vegetable, not a one in the entire time. And that's just not okay. And our bodies felt it. And we weren't being hydrated properly because we did a whole lot of driving. I felt like in order to get anywhere, it was at least 30 minutes or more on the highway. And I'm not used to that here, when you can go 5 minutes up the street and be at your destination. But there, everything was at least 30 minutes apart from one another. And you had to take the highway. So that was different. And I didn't like drinking water because I wasn't sure where I was going to be able to use the bathroom. So that's a whole nother thing. But, that didn't stop the trip from being amazing. Thankfully, it just means that I need to do better. And they had a gym at the hotel. I'm telling y'all, the way God be setting me up, I have zero excuses for not living a well life. Zero. I'm my problem. I am my problem. And because I know what the problem is, then I know how to make the solution. I'm the problem, I have to be the solution. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. I feel like I have been talking, and it feels good to be back. But yeah, I feel like I've been talking, and my mom is waiting for me to get in these streets. We want to get in these retail streets. Will we purchase anything? Probably so. But the goal is to just get out there and enjoy the day and see what's out there. Not to so much have retail therapy, because I'm past retail therapy. Because at the end of the day, it is not therapy at all. It hits my pocketbooks, and then I need some financial therapy. So No, we're not doing retail therapy. We're not using food as a reward of any sort. We're not using food as a comforter of any sort. We're not even going to use food as a celebratory thing. We're going to celebrate each other. And if food happens to be there, then so be it. But we're going to start learning how to um, live, or not live to eat, but eat to live. That's the goal, is to eat to live and not live to eat. So yeah, I've been talking to y'all about a whole lot. I've been talking to y'all a whole lot about a whole lot. And so I just wanted to come and reintroduce the channel, Life After 50, with your girl Kimberly D. And just to let y'all know that I've missed y'all and I'm glad to be back. And I welcome y'all. If you have not already subscribed, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, share the video, welcome your friends and family along the journey, and we just gonna do life together. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.